Hey guys, it's Courtney with the Kitchen Garden, and today I'm going to be transplanting some strawberry plants. They've been growing at the end of this raised bed here, and you can't really see them so well, but that little kind of reddish that you see down here, right there, doop. Doing it backwards is hard. Those are we have lots of sister plants. You know, strawberries send off runners, and just really propagate on their own, which is so great. But what happens is what starts as 4 strawberry plants turns into a whole bed of them. So I'm going to be cutting off some of those sister plants, taking them up and moving them somewhere else, because I really do want this raised bed more for my spring and summer veggies. And these can grow along the wall, or I'm actually going to put most of these in my little raised bed back there. So I'll show you what I do. All you need is a spade. Let me show you. A spade, a pair of gloves, and I use a cardboard box so that I can load all the plants in there one time and then take them over to the spot that I've prepared. So let's get started. Before we get going, it's also a really great time to clean out. I have some thyme in the corner. I'm going to leave that alone, but you can see there's a little bit of weeds growing in here as well, and just lots of dead plant matter from the spring. And usually I kind of let that just go because I don't have time, but now's a good time to clean it out. And typically this is January, but you would normally transplant your strawberries in the fall, but as life has it, I didn't have time this fall. So there's a lot of grace in gardening. If I lived in a location that got tons of snow, then I wouldn't attempt this now. But since I live in a zone 8B, and we might get snow, but it's pretty rare. So I'll just keep my eye on them, and they should do just fine. So let's get started. Okay, so it's all cleaned up and cleaned out. I got all the strawberry plants out of the box, out of the raised bed, and into the box. So now I'm going to take them to their new home. I've amended it with a bit of compost and tilled it up a little bit with a hoe. I say till, but just loosen up the soil a little bit with a hoe, so it should be good to go. Let's check it out. Okay, guys, so I'm here at the new spot for our strawberries, and it doesn't get as much sun in the winter time, but I think it'll get enough. The spot that I just moved them from, again, doesn't get as much sun in the winter either, but I think they'll be good. And we got plenty of pine straw over here, so that should be a really great mulch for them to help protect their roots and stuff from any snaps of cold weather that we may experience. So let me show you how I'm going to put them in. I don't want to step on the actual places where I'm going to plant them, because I didn't want to compact the soil. So this is really old school kind of row garden style that we just made with some extra space we had in the back, and it's worked out really well. So here we go. And that's really it for transplanting your strawberries. You'll see there's a lot of pine straw here. We're kind of at, I don't want to call it the wood line because we live in a neighborhood, but we have a line of trees along the back of our property, so they drop a lot of pine straw. which is actually really great for the soil, so I'm not going to complain. But these transplants may produce less this year just because they've been disturbed, but that's okay. We'll not going to water them right now because the soil was a little wet from some recent rains, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so gonna save a little water and they should be fine overnight. I still have a lot of transplants, a lot of extras, because strawberry plants just produce so many runners and sister plants, so it's a great way to bless your friends and neighbors with some free plants. So there you go, guys, how to transplant your strawberries.